Hey lovelies, Anonymous Qs. First of all, why not just tone with weights rather than increase the load? Followed by safe lifting techniques to avoid injury. And question number 2, how do you stay consistent with turning up to the gym? Is it because it's your job? That actually makes me giggle. Anyway, so 2 questions, both fitness related. All right, so we'll go at the first one. Why not just tone with weights rather than increase the load? Right, first of all, toning, right, is just fitness industry bollocks, right? It's actually not even a thing, right? You will never tone flabby muscle. Now, what you can do is lose body fat and or build muscle, and that will make your muscles pop. So that will make your muscles show. So you might get the nice shoulder curve, you'll get a flatter tummy. If you want to take it to the nth degree, you'll get a 6-pack. Your quads will seem more curvy, so they'll come out kind of thing. All right, so toning, it's not even a thing, right? It's not even a thing, right? It's a fitness industry word that actually means fuck all, right? And it's used a lot in the fitness industry because they're aiming to get women to lift weights but not get bulky, right? And I just want to put that to bed as well, all right? You will never accidentally get ripped, right? I've said this before and I'll say it again. I have been trying for 7 years to get accidentally ripped, right? It is never going to happen. You're not going to get bulky if you lift weights, all right? There is a very small anomaly, like at the not even 1% of this world's percentage of women, right, that can pack muscle on dead easy, right? For most of us, it is brutally hard, like, and I mean brutally hard, all right? So the only way, toning basically means that you want to have less flabby skin, less body fat, and you want to get your muscles looking more sculpted, right? Or you want to get your muscles showing more, for example, all right? So to do that, you have to stimulate your muscles. You have to build your muscles to do that, all right? The only way you will do that is by progressive overload, right? Now, progressive overload can mean 2 things. It can mean putting more weight on your bar or your dumbbells or your kettlebells, right? And doing less reps. Or progressive overload is also doing a lighter weight but more reps, all right? Both of those things are called progressive overload, all right? Also, the only other way you will get toned is to sort your nutrition out and to lose body fat, all right? What you're trying to do is make your muscles bigger and your body fat less. Those 2 things will give you a toned look, all right? But there's no such thing as toned, all right? So I would ask you, obviously these are anonymous questions, excuse me with these, excuse me, I would ask you, what is your fear about increasing the load of your weights, right? Whether that's barbell, dumbbells or kettlebells, right? And I think it's possibly connected to the second part of your question is safe lifting techniques to avoid injury, right? Now this is in the section of, is there anything you would like to see more of, right? Now, please bear in mind, I will give you every single bit of advice that I can, right? And if you want to chat about this, just drop me a message on WhatsApp, all right? I will give you every single bit of advice that I can, all right? But I am not a PT. Yes, I am a qualified CrossFit coach, and yes, I will keep you safe when you are in the gym with me. And if you do want to know anything specific to you, please just drop me a message, all right? I'll always answer your questions. It's not a problem at all. But the one thing that you can do for safe lifting technique, and I would say it's possibly the only thing that you can do, is get yourself a PT, right? Either come along to Ladies That Lift, obviously I'll help you, right? If that isn't possible, or if you just don't want to, that's totally cool, but get yourself a PT, all right? Invest in you learning how to lift weights safely. Right now, you don't need to sign up for a PT for 6 months, right? You could literally get a PT for a session or for 2 sessions, all right? If you explain to most PTs that you would like to book 2 sessions, you want to focus on a safe lifting technique for deadlifts, squats, a movement above your head, right? They will bench, whatever. They will happily take your money and focus on that technique. So please, right? It's like just having a coach, all right? You can see the value in it. You're one of my clients. You can obviously see the value in it, right? But things that you learn from a coach, you can take with you for the rest of your life. So it is worth it. Now, there are a lot of good coaches that you can follow on YouTube, all right? But if you've got nobody to critique your technique, then you are going to struggle to get a benchmark of what's safe. So please get yourself a PT. That would be my top tip, all right? So back to, I think I've said my bit about toning with weights rather than increasing the load, right? I would like you to think about why it is you're against increasing the load, all right? If you don't ever increase the load of your barbell or your dumbbell or your kettlebell or whatever it is that you're using, your body will adapt, right? And while you could not increase your weights but do extra reps, your body will still get used to that weight, right? And you will end up doing it without being engaged, without intention, and your body just won't make any progress, right? Remember, it goes back to the way your brain thinks. Your brains are very clever, and your brain will always try and do the least amount of work, all right? And if you're going to keep your weights the same, that's you doing the least amount of work. So have a think about why you're scared about that. And if you're scared that you're going to hurt yourself, then please go and get yourself a coach or a PT. Please, just for a couple of sessions, all right? Second thing is, how do you stay consistent with turning up at the gym? Is it because it's your job? This actually makes me piss myself, right? Because I was going to say I actually find it quite offensive as well. I don't find it quite offensive, right? But I do find it very strange, but it's also quite common that people think that because I'm a coach, I am absolutely motivated all the time, right? I absolutely am not motivated all the time. However, I have over the last 7 years learned to understand that your body and brain responds better to discipline than it does to motivation. Motivation sucks, right? Motivation is tied to how well you slept the night before, how well you fueled your body the day before, what else is going on in your life, how you're managing your stress, what your stress levels actually are, what things are in your life are absolutely stressing you out, right? And it's very, very, very easy to not be motivated. Very easy. I am very rarely motivated, but I am immense with my discipline, right? And that has taken a lot of years to get there. When I first hit the perimeno, 4 years ago, right? I was a coach. I was a CrossFit coach. I didn't have my ladies that lift, but I was still coaching in CrossFit in the gym 7 to 8, possibly 10 hours a week, right? Now, the easiest thing for me to do would have been to go down, do my coaching, and stay for another hour and do my training. Did I fuck? I came back up the road and I sat on the sofa and I ate Haribo and I was in a deep dark depression and I didn't feel motivated and I felt fat and it was awful and I literally could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is when discipline kicks in, right? So how do you stay consistent with turning up at the gym? Because I'm disciplined as fuck. Even when I cannot be arsed, all right? However, with discipline, motivation comes. With discipline, confidence comes. When motivation and confidence come, you actually start to enjoy the gym, right? You would literally need to drag me out of the gym these days. I will bounce down to the gym at any time of the day. I train 2 extra sessions a week at the moment because Cal wants to train and I just get that excited because I get to go to the gym again, all right? But that's taken me a long time to get there. So please exert discipline. Put your training sessions in your diary. Turn up regardless. Do a deal with yourself. Tell yourself that you're just going to turn up, you're just going to do the warm-up. And if you can't be fucked after the warm-up, you can leave. You'll never leave. Very rarely. I'm trying to think if I've ever left. I don't actually think I have. You'll never leave. You just get to do it, right? And also, if you start to understand that most of your training sessions, right, will be average. That is the honest truth, right? Most of your training sessions will be average, right? You will try hard. Will you see progress on every training session? Absolutely not. Will it feel like you're just going round and round in circles? Yes, it will, most of the time. And then all of a sudden, you'll get a session that's absolutely awesome. You'll feel like you're flying, and that'll help with the motivation for the next couple of times. Discipline, my lovelies. Put them in your diary, put your training sessions in the diary, turn up regardless. That's all you need to do. Bye.